Hello guys, good morning. You are welcome once again to my channel. You are welcome to Catfish Solution Academy. Once again, my name is Steven Odutola Isabiadu DTM, your great anchor on this channel. And today, as you are watching from the background, we are at a farm at, I think it's in Lagos, around Agege area. So that is where we are today. And visiting farms to me is a sort of encouragement to success, because there are a lot of dialogues that is needed in farm discussion that can set things straight, most especially for the farmer. Not minding how many years and experience the farmers have so far, a little discussion, a likes mind discussion can turn things around. Today is the 27th of October 2023, and today we are in this farm to set up the hatchery part of the farm. That means we want to do an hatchery in the farm. The farm has been running on grow out. As you can see from the background, there are a lot of ponds available, and I think they just sold the fishes there yesterday, a day before we are here. And despite that, we need an hatchery in order to expand the farm some more. So the first thing to do after getting to farms, if you want to set up an hatchery, is to do what? To make sure that you check out for the drainage system. That is where most farms are having problems. You need to have your drainage system working perfectly, and you need to check the pond you are using for your hatchery. The ponds are important, most especially the incubating and the nursery pond. The incubating period are sizable pond which can be easily controlled for farmers. That is why we call it an incubator. We all know what an incubator is. Incubator you can easily control the temperature of an incubator. You can easily control the inflow and the outflow, and you can easily control the biosecurity of an incubator, so as you can control the fryers, medications, and so on. So I've checked the incubator, and the first thing to do is to check the source of water. Once you have a perfect source of water, maybe you are the likes that are using borehole or well water, so the next thing to do is to check the parameters of the water. If the water is really suitable for hatchery, if the water is really suitable for hatchery. And how can you discover water that are suitable for hatchery? I will only point out some of the important parameters that you need to know. The important parameters that you need to know are: the number one is to see visually or through test kit to know if your water has what we call an ion. Ion is very dangerous and killing to fish. A lot of farms are getting it wrong because of the iron content in the water. I have seen lots of people, most especially that are using netting pond, because they didn't care about knowing the topographic area of that site. Iron kills their water drastically. So the first thing to check is the iron. If your water is free from iron, you have to check for chlorine. If your water is free from chlorine, you now have to go to check the potential hydrogen of the water. And the potential hydrogen of the water constitutes just two parameters: the acidity and the alkaline of your water, which has to be taken care of. I said this in one of my lecture that I talked about the one of the dangerous parameters that we as breeders do ignore is the alkaline. We sometimes we only focus on the acidity of the water and lifting things out that once your water is alkaline based, this is very difficult, because once you have an alkaline water, there's no amount of fishes you will ash and that will come out. So from the background, as you are seeing, I tested for the water dissolved solid, that means the amount of solid in the water, and I tested for the conductivity of the water, and again I tested for the water hardiness, and I did, that means I've talked about almost about 5 parameters now, and I'm testing. From what you see that I put in that basin is the shaker to test for the water CO2. The water CO2, what really constitutes the water CO2? The ammonia of your water. That means the regular ammonia of your water, because there's a based ammonia in your water that can really affect your fryers. Not to talk about your hand-used ammonia, that means your self-made ammonia in the water. I can categorize self-made ammonia as when you started diluting your water. Maybe you started giving your fishes feed, and your fishes started excreting and dropping feces in the water. Those are another type of ammonia, but there's some particular ammonia in the water that is present, which you need to check, and this can be really be identified based on the dissolved oxygen on your water. If the dissolved oxygen on your water is lower, the ammonia in your water will increase, and once the ammonia in your water increases, this will automatically affect your fryer. So those are what you can see that we try to check from the background. And now you are seeing some rabbit. Yeah, we have a rabbit farm here, which is lovely, and I love that so much. And in here what I'm seeing is the pelletized feed for the rabbits. So I'm just trying to check the how rich the locally made pelletized sinking feed looks like. They are dye-head feed made for rabbit. So if you really want to learn about rabbitry, make sure that you contact me with the number on the screen, and I will definitely introduce you to an expert in rabbitry. So again, we need to move on to the hatchery section. The hatchery sections are with just 2 incubator, and you need to give advice on how, based on the result that I come out with. I discovered that one, the water is free from iron, but the potential hydrogen of the water is low. So once the potential hydrogen is low, but not that too low, the acidity is high. So that is what we are trying to check. After then, we discover that the hardiness of the water is equally low, and the nitrate of the water is equally low. So the advice we have to give based on 2 different ideas. So we need to look at how to resolve the problem so that the hatchery system can start. And how to resolve the problem, we need to look at 2 alternative using. We use the organic way of treating the water, or we use the chemical way of treating the water. So with this, we need to advise our client on what to do. And the tank you are seeing over there is going to be used as a sedimentary tanks, where we'll be treating our water from, and once we are treating the water, we will note the level of materials we need to put into the tank and how to resolve those problems. That is why we are there to inform, to mentor, and to consult for the farm so that they can have a smooth ride in their hatchery process. So from there, we are talking about how to use the chemical source and how to perfect the chemical level and how to place the tank and how to do a checking point for the tank to know if the water is being corrected or not. So that is the dimension of the activity you can see from the diagram I'm giving. So from the dimension here, by the time you treat your water from the tank, you will have to leave a space down so that you can check if the water is being corrected well before this can be moved to the body of the fryers, or else if there's any slight change in the body of the fryers, because you know they are sensitive and fragile, this will affect them and they will start dropping. So you need to be careful on this if you are using the chemical way of treating your water. But if you are using the natural way of treating the water, that means the pure organic way of treating your water, this has to be placed in the tank, and as the water is coming in, this will correct himself, and this there will not be a sense of changes in the body of the fishes. So this can work directly to the fishes. So I'm just giving you some tips, and I know because I've had a lot of testimonies from people that have been professional hatcher now, or they're having problems before, but now their problem have got solved. A lot of people have sent a lot of messages, testimonies, prayers to my DM for the help so far on the video we release here on the daily basis. So I think this is what you need to be a professional. This is what you need to get it right in most of the activity you are getting. And as you are watching this video, I will appreciate if you subscribe to this to our YouTube channel, and you follow us on our Facebook, follow us on all our social media handle that you may cross across, and make sure that you share and like, and make sure that you invite people. And if you have people that really want to go into hatchery, we do a lot of services. Let them join our online mentorship, or let them call us, book a time, we'll give you a time, we'll visit your farm, we'll see to your activities, and I bet you will be successful in that area. Because I know Nigeria, we are so stubborn that we will prefer spending a lot of money, wasted money, in order to get it right. And from the checker, you can see the checker we put blue color is in blue color. If you can check from the first video you are seeing, but now this has turned to greenish, and these have given us the result we need to know on based on the parameters that we need to check. So from this point, I'll be saying a very good thank you for those of you that have subscribed to our channel, for those people that have patronized us so far. So thank you, and God bless you richly.